I'm here today with the DJI Flip drone, and I want to beg the question: was I wrong about the DJI Flip? And why I say that is when the Flip came out in basically the winter around February 2015. I pretty much dished this thing. I said it's a drone no one needs, and I didn't order it. I had no experience with it until just recently in April of 2026. I got to fly Josh Primax Flip at the South Florida Drone Meetup the second day out at Dolman Park, and I enjoyed it. It didn't do so good in the wind, but otherwise it was a good drone. So my good friend Marcus Crawford, he had purchased the Flip when it came out, and he just sent it to me for review recently. So now it's summer 2026, and I'm going to give this drone a second chance here again after I wasn't very positive about it when it first came out, but I'm starting to like it a little bit more already just after one flight and watching some videos on it. So okay, I'm going to do a little unboxing. Of course, Marcus unboxed this thing more than a year ago already, so it's not in the paper, whatever, but let's just do it anyways. Do a quick and dirty unboxing, right? This is just the basic combo here where it comes with a drone and the RC-N3 controller there. So again, with no further ado, let's unbox this baby here. So right off the top, it's got the typical thing DJI's done for years, where it has that little label in there giving you like a QR code, so you can scan and get the DJI flap if you don't already have it. And you can also watch tutorials and read the user manual, so you don't have to read the small print on the little book that's in here someplace. So okay, here's the drone itself here, and you can see it's kind of an odd design here. I mean, supposedly it was supposed to be compact or whatever, but even folded down, I wouldn't say it's as compact as the Mini 4, a drone that has been compared to an awful lot as far as camera-wise. So I'm going to say the Mini 4 is more compact, folded up, and definitely when it's unfolded here. It has a gimbal guard on it here, kind of an easy to remove gimbal guard, kind of like this gimbal guard. And here's the little trick of this guy here. When you unfold the wings here, arms, it automatically starts turning on. I think this is the first drone to have that feature where it turned on, just by unfolding. I know the Mini 5 Pro has it now, the Mavic 4 Pro has it, but I believe this was the first one. So for the
follow 3. Unable to take off.
So
make sure aircraft is level.
I actually hit a button that was going to fly right on my hands. I'm going to turn it off. There we go. Quiet down there, Flip. Okay, so we got them turned off here. So you can actually see the footprint here. Again, I'm not going to buy the open Mini 4 Pro. You've all seen the Mini 4 Pro. This is bigger. This takes up a bigger footprint than the Mini 4 Pro does at this point. But this is an under 250-gram drone. So it has that going for it. And the camera specs are very similar, if not exactly the same, to the Mini 4 Pro. So you'll get that great camera quality, that bigger sensor, not a 1-inch, but a little bit below 1-inch, but still good for low light situations. And just a good camera overall, catches again a good amount of dynamic range, not as much as say the new Mini 5 Pro, but for this price point. Now this thing started at about I believe you got just a drone. I don't know if you could buy. Anyhow, the bottom combo, you could get this thing for maybe $350, $400 if you got a base combo. But it may have been over $400. I'm sorry, I can't remember the exact prices at this point. But if you bought you could also get this in a Flymore combo, where you get the drone, 3 batteries, the RC, RC2 controller, and that would put you up in the $750, $800 ballpark. So at that point, if you have that kind of money to throw around, you might as well throw another couple $100 in and probably get the Mini 4 Pro at that point. But yeah, if you just get the basic combo, it's kind of cheap. Let's complete the unboxing here before I get editorialized too much. So you get you get this little pack with the booklet, some stickers, something about a DJI forum here, stuff you get kind of with all drones. Let's see, Marcus hasn't taken it out of the bag, so I'm not going to take it out of the bag either. And then you get this little box of accessories in here. Give me a second while I pull this thing out here. Okay, so that's it. It kind of has a divided compartment there, but that's it. I'm going to put this back in the box. Get this out of the camera here. So, okay, here is, move the drone to the side here too. So let's open this little box up here. Again, always good packaging by DJI here. I'm just struggling here. I don't want to mess anything up here. Okay, it has a kind of a fancy little opening here. So here is the, doesn't want to come out here, but here is the RC. I'm struggling. The RC N3 controller here, pretty standard controller. You pull this up and you use your phone, to get the DJI flap going here, so you can fly the drone. The sticks are on the bottom here. Has your basic buttons here. It has a gimbal roller over here. It has a function button over here. It has a speed switch in the front there. On-off button, and this is a pause, return to home button, and there's no function buttons or anything on the back here. And there is another function. I said this is a function button. That's actually the photo video button, and there's the function button right there. So you probably all seen that control before, but you haven't. You just got to see it, right? For a newbie. Okay. Oops. I'm dropping stuff. I still don't think I have everything out here. Okay, here is a USB-C, the USB-C cable right here. You've all seen these before. Here is some extra propellers. Boy, look how thin these propellers are. Looks like you get a full set of propellers. No, half set of propellers. A screwdriver to replace the propellers, and then you get this is a USB-C to lightning cable. Obviously, Marcus has the USB-C in there already, and that's what I'm going to do too. And you just plug these in. I'll do it right here for you. These cables are right in here, and the other side is this plugs into your phone, and this one is plugged into the controller here. So this is USB-C to USB-C. Okay, let me put that back in there. Okay, so that is all you get here. So let me get this out of the way here. Get everything we don't need off the screen. Okay, so this drone, the Flip, it flies again with the RC N3 controller and the DJI RC2 controller. Now, it does not fly. People are going to ask. So it does not fly with the DJI RC Pro 2 controller. Let me say that as of this date, June 5th, I think. Anywhere around about June 5th, it does not work with the DJI RC Pro 2 controller. Will it ever work with the DJI RC Pro 2 controller? Who knows? That controller has been out about a year now. A little bit less than this drone, and they haven't made it compatible yet. So I wouldn't put money on it. And a lot of people are going to ask about FPV compatibility. Does this drone work with the DJI goggles and FPV controllers, motion controllers? It does not work with any of the DJI FPV goggles. Does not work with any of the motion controller. Does not work with the DJI, FPV controller. So no. And will it ever work with that FPV gear? Well, again, it's been out, going on a year and a half, and it doesn't. So I doubt whether it will ever work with the FPV gear. So there's some disclaimers right off the top. The battery is it's kind of top mounted here, kind of like the what do you call it, the Air 2S. Nobody liked that top mounted battery. Remember, they used to puff up and fall off and stuff. So haven't heard anything about that on this drone. So, but there's how the battery goes. And it's starting up again. Every time this thing's always wanting to start up on you. So let me make sure I don't hit any button that wants to take off here on the table. I'm turning it off again. All right. Okay. So this does take an SD card on the side there. It has a USB-C port over here, but it does take a memory card in there. I can't remember if this has any built-in external memory. If it does, it's very small, but it does take an SD card. And it only has some kind of a front-facing sensor here. I don't believe it's LiDAR. It has some kind of front sensor, the kind of sensor where it can see you move around and do stuff, but it doesn't have any any 360 or even front back obstacle avoidance. So you could back it right into a fence. You could go sideways, left, right into a fence. But it has these bumpers here, so as long as you're not screaming at the fastest thing and go, if you're just kind of going along at a leisurely pace, it'll probably just hit like whatever, like a wall or something, and just kind of tap off again. If you hit a tree, of course, it could get branches could get caught up in here and get hung up or fall to the ground. But if it's something solid at a low speed, it's probably just going to bounce off. It may even, again, bounce off a tree trunk or a thick tree branch or something like that. Hopefully I don't find out. But so that's kind of one of the reasons I have obstacle avoidance. Okay, now the Flip came out seemed like less than 6 months after the DJI Neo 2, the Neo 1. There's a Neo 2 now, but this is Neo 1. And the Neo 1 was a kind of a revelation as a drone here. You could fly it out of your palm of your hand. It could do quick shots, just hitting buttons on the top here. You could fly it with your phone, get all these great selfie shots, follow me shots, tracking shots. Could do a little bit of everything. Could even fly with a standard controller too, like the DJI RCN3. I can't remember if this flies with the RC2 control, but it may. But anyway, it did things that a drone never did before. Whatever. Again, no obstacle avoidance in this either, but it had these same kind of closed props here, so it bounced off things that had covers on the props here, so you didn't have to worry about getting your fingers in. Real easy to hand launch, hand take off. So this drone came out not that long after, and it does the same thing. You can fly just by flying out of your palm of your hand. As soon as it takes off, it can recognize you, track you, moving around in the scene. Just by hitting buttons on the side here, it could do things like dronies, circles, orbits, boomerangs, all that crazy quick shot stuff or whatever. And of course, you can also use it with a phone. You have a little bit more control with the phone, more availability of the features and so on. And then on beyond that, you can also work with the controllers we just mentioned, fly it like a normal camera drone. And the advantage of flying this as a normal camera drone, as well as the Neo, is that then you have a lot greater range on the good controllers. I believe both these drones are OcuSync 4 drones, so you have real good signal strength and range. Where if you fly just with your phone or no phone at all, you have a very short range of a couple hundred yards or whatever, a couple hundred feet, compared to the almost limitless control signal of the OcuSync 4. So I think that covers the basics of these two drones. Now this drone has a real short battery life, maybe like about 12 minutes in real world time. They probably quote something like 20-some minutes or 18 minutes on this, but in real world time, you're lucky to get 12. This one here, I don't know exactly what they quoted, but I think this drone's kind of more like the Mini 4 on a standard battery. I think this thing's quoted for around 30 minutes. It probably gets you between 20 and 25 minutes of flight time. So if you're looking for long flight times, this is definitely better than this. If you're looking for saving money, this thing came out. I think this thing came out just a drone only for like $229, someplace like that. But now you can get this thing drone only for like $150. This has been on discount, but this thing's really discounted. So big advance in the price department here over this. But this get better battery life, better camera. As far as doing all those functions flying out of your hand, I'm going to test all that stuff out. But what I've seen in the videos, all that stuff, I'm not sure it's all that much better in doing all that follow me business here. But we'll test that out in a later video here. So I hope you enjoyed this kind of first look at the DJI Flip. First look for me, anyways. If you had the Flip, let me know down below. I know some people have it, some people love it. A lot of people, my buddy Sean Matthews, Sean the Drone, he's a Flip. He doesn't like it very much. He just brought up in one of his most recent videos. So yeah, again, and I'm thinking too, this with this kind of summer of the DJI ban here in the U.S., no more new DJI drones are getting FCC approval anymore over here in this country, so they're not really legal to fly. I'm not saying you can't buy one on eBay and bring it into the U.S. and fly it, and you may never get caught. Nothing may ever happen, but it just doesn't seem like it's, doesn't have the FCC approval. It's just not legal. So I'm not trying to tell you what to do any way around on that. But anyhow, so again, without terms, like for instance, you can't get the Lito drones. The Lito drones have been much talked about. DJI's kind of budget drones, but maybe if you can't get a Lito, maybe consider this instead. This is again, you can buy this. It's already in the U.S., so you don't have to worry about getting stopped at customs. Many people sell it as a, it's already shipped. It's in the U.S., shipped from U.S. warehouse, Amazon, wherever. So that's no problem. It is FCC approved at this point, so it's legal to fly in the U.S. Again, it's under 250 grams, so it doesn't require you to register it. It doesn't require remote ID unless you're a Part 107 pilot and you're using it for business, or if you're trying to use it for any type of commercial things, you would have to register it. You'd have to put a remote ID sticker on top. I mean, a remote ID module on top, and a sticker on with your registration number. So yeah. So again, I'm kind of positioning this thing as maybe this is a drone to get instead of getting the Lito drone or whatever. The one of the Lito drones. So yeah. So we're gonna come back with another video very soon, and sooner, as Sean would say. And, we're going to do a kind of a first flight test of it, kind of put it through its paces, see what it can do out there in the field. My big concern is how it handles the wind, because I did get to fly a few minutes with Josh at Dolman Beach, and it did kind of get caught in the wind. I saw it do a couple funny things up there I didn't like, but that was a real extremely gusty, windy day. So we're going to see how it does on maybe a more normal wind day here at the beautiful Jersey Shore. And I'm sitting out here again on the porch for the first time kind of this season here. Just a week ago, it was like winter out here, and now it's kind of warm today. So again, it's like the light switch around here. Goes from cold to hot almost overnight. So, okay, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me the thumbs up if you got anything out of it. Leave a comment down below. All those things help the algorithm. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe here, especially if you want to see more flip videos, because I'm going to have a lot of them coming this summer. So ring that bell so you'll know when I put the new videos up on the flip. And, we're going to keep flying all our other legal drones around here. And, yeah, it's going to be a good time around here. Thanks for watching. I'm not going to say goodbye here. I'm going to link put a link up below here to above me here for another video that I think somewhat related to this video I think you may enjoy. So we'll see you at that other video.